Hi guys, it's Alyssa from Planet Alyssa here with this week's What I Sold on Etsy report. I did have a good week on Etsy, not quite as big a week as I had last week, but part of that is because I kind of fell behind on things this week and really wasn't listing that much on Etsy. It was kind of a rough week for me here. My cat, Autumn, who you've seen in some of these videos, she liked to be in my videos, she passed away this week. So I was kind of down in the dumps about that, and you know, the more you list, the more you sell, and when you're not listing stuff, you're not going to sell as much stuff. I think I barely created any new listings this week. One of them I know was something that actually sold right away, but I still managed to sell quite a few things this week. I sold a total of 21 items for a total selling price of $337, which really isn't bad at all. I'll take that. I'm very happy with that. And so as usual, I'll show you the different things that sold and how much each item sold for. First item that sold this week was this set of 4 Pyrex mixing bowls. These are all solid colored bowls. They don't have a pattern to them, in 4 different colors. I'm not sure if they were all originally part of the same set, but they do go nicely together. I picked them up all together at a garage sale. Next thing that sold was this souvenir mug. It's a milk glass style mug, orange on the outside. It's from Penn's Cave, Pennsylvania. I'm not even sure where that is. And this sold for $8. I believe I picked this up at a rummage sale. This is kind of cool. It's a old picture of, I believe, Niagara Falls, kind of a hand-tinted style, and it came in a frame. It's a smaller size picture. It sold for $14. I believe I picked this up at an auction. This is a vinyl knitting needle case. It's a long case with a zippered top in, as you can see, a bright flowered pattern. It sold for $15, and this is something that I picked up at a thrift store. This is a vintage plaster nativity set, so a Christmas item. It sold for $35, and I can't remember how many pieces were in this set, but it's nearly complete, I believe. This is just a little booklet of vintage lick and stick seals from Eureka. They're in a game bird design, and this sold for $5. I picked this up, I think, at a rummage sale. This is a vintage set of cookie cutters in their original box. They're metal cookie cutters, all in the shape of different barnyard animals. So kind of cute. It sold for $15, and it's something I picked up over the summer at a garage sale. This is a vintage little lamb figurine. It's a Goebbels or Goebel figurine. It sold for $12, and it's something that I picked up in a box lot at an auction. This is kind of funny. If you watched my rummage sale haul video earlier this fall, I picked up 2 sets of round playing cards. There was a red deck, this one, and this one, the blue deck. And I picked them up at the same sale. I listed them separately, and they both sold, one right after each other, but not to the same buyer, to 2 different buyers. So don't know why it works out that way, but apparently that happened to be the exact time when round playing cards must have been hot. Each set sold for $10. This plastic camel also probably came originally from my nativity set. It sold for $9. The brand on this was Depose, and it was made in Italy. Kind of cute looking. And I picked him up, I believe, at a rummage sale. I don't remember. Sold one of my grandmother's handkerchiefs this week. It sold for $6. This was a souvenir handkerchief from California, from Hollywood to be specific, and it had all the different places on it. So it was kind of cool. It wasn't in great condition. It did have some damage on it. This is not actually a pennant, but if you look closer, you can see it is a clock. It's an Oakland A's clock in the shape of a pennant, and it sold for $20. I picked this up at a rummage sale. I finally finished listing Viewmaster sets. This was the last one I listed. I listed it this week, and it sold pretty much right away. I sold it for $6. Even though this is a set of 15, it's kind of a weird set. It was sold this way originally. They're all 15 out of print reels, but it's just sort of a random collection. They don't really go together. They'll be reel 2 from one set, reel 3 from another set. They're all stamped out of print. Because it did sell right away, I probably could have gotten a little bit more for it, but I'm happy with it. As you know from watching my other videos, I bought these at an auction in a lot. What I really wanted was the Viewmaster Theater in the Round set, which I still have listed for sale, and have actually more than made up my money with all these Viewmaster sets that I sold, so go figure. You can't see it because the case is closed, but this holds a slide rule. It's a post-brand slide rule, and it sold for $12. I think I picked this up at a thrift store. Don't remember. Slide rolls are something that I sell pretty regularly. They sell anywhere from $10 to $20 depending on the size and condition and what brand they are. So they're pretty reliable sellers and easy to ship. Well, something else that I sell pretty regularly are backgammon sets. This one sold for $30. It's not a full-size set. It's a smaller travel-size set. It's got a cork playing surface, but it does have nice thick Bakelite style plastic pieces. It is almost complete. One of the playing pieces is missing. Otherwise, it is in perfect condition. And I actually picked this up at a thrift store outlet. So that's where you pay by the pound, so I got a pretty good deal on it. This vintage sewing pattern sold for $6. You can't quite tell, but it's for a Mrs. jumpsuit pattern, and if you are up with current women's fashion, you know that jumpsuits are coming back in style. This is something that I think I picked up at a thrift store. This is a set of 6 literary classics books. They are done in a collector style, handsomely bound books, and this set sold for $40. I think I picked these up mostly from a thrift store, but usually when I do these book sets, I get the books from a variety of sources. It's kind of cool looking vintage desk lamp. It sold for $18. I believe I picked this up at a thrift store. And these collapsible pocket binoculars also came from a thrift store. They sold for $20. And finally this week, a Hallmark Cards mini plaque with a grandmother little poem or saying on it. It sold for $6, and I believe I picked this up at a rummage sale. I can't remember. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope your Christmas sales are going well, and I will be back next week with another What I Sold on Etsy video. If you like this video, please feel free to subscribe to my channel. I put out these videos every week and do try to put out other helpful selling on Etsy videos for you. Okay everyone, I'll see you next week. Happy selling!